I don't know what just happened with you and Monster Wrestling, but whatever you guys did, you unplugged my headphones. Anyway, while Hines gets these headphones back together. Oh, there we go. Now they're back. I figure that this would be the greatest time for me to introduce this next segment here on Last Resort Radio. I would like for you to all take a listen to the interview I did, AC Killa, with Krayzie Bone of Bone Thugs and Harmony. Last Resort Radio.
Krayzie Bone, man, look at you sparking that up, man. How's it going?
Chilling, man. What's good with it?
Listen, man, it is fantastic to have you here, and I'm just praying that you don't kill me after at the end of this interview, man, because I'm trying to give you an interview unlike any that you've ever had in the past.
No, it's all good, bro. It's all good.
Well, I mean, before there was Krayzie Bone, there was Mr. Anthony Henderson, a young child, born and raised in Ohio. Is that all correct?
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Being raised in Ohio, brought up and everything, was your mother and father very active in your life?
Oh yeah, very, very, very active. You know, I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. You know, and they was kind of on the strict side. So you know that we they instilled a nice fear.
A nice fear. Yeah. I mean, listen, from being raised on such a strict moral compass as you were, to then being, founding father of Bone Thugs and Harmony, one of the world's biggest gangster rap groups. Yeah. I mean, was that something that kind of, I'm sure they were proud of your success, but at the same time, were they kind of upset with a lot of the content of Bone lyrics?
I mean, not at the time, because they had, they were in the truth. They was, baptized Jehovah's Witnesses, but they started to sway a little bit. Mm-hmm. By the time we got, we made it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They weren't as active, but by the time Bones really broke into the scene.
Yeah. They weren't that active, and what really set me on my mission of rebelliousness was, like I said, we were raised strict. Mm-hmm. We couldn't do this, couldn't do that, right. So I mean,
the opposite way.
Yeah, and my mother and them, my mother and father, they got hooked on. The epidemic back then was the crack cocaine. Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying? So, somehow they got hooked on that, and I happened to be, I remember happened to be like walking past this door and there was a little hole in the doorknob. Mm-hmm. And I happened to peek in and I saw them in there smoking, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, it was like a whole bunch of anger just went through me, like, this is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you figured, I was brought up with there's morals and values, and I should be acting like this. And then here are the people telling me that, my parents, right. And here they are doing this behind my back.
Right.
You felt almost betrayed.
Right. I felt betrayed, and I was like, man, they better not never tell me
nothing after this.
Nothing else.
Did it ever happen? Did they ever tell you something and you brought it up in their face and you said,
but you always got checked. You know what I'm saying? Right. Always got checked.
We're adults, because we can do what we want.
Yeah, bottom line, it says, they're still your parents. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that. You gotta have that respect, even if you don't agree with some of the things they say. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, after that, that's what started me on the path of the whole rebelliousness and just thinking to myself, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
if that one thing never happened when you looked through the door, mm-hmm. Do you think that you would have completely gone down a different path in life?
I mean, I can't say that one situation right there would have turned me down a different path, because I still love music. Mm-hmm. Like even before then, like
maybe you'd be doing gospel music from the get.
Oh yeah,
instead of thuggish, ruggish bone. You know what I mean?
No, I think all that was a product of where we were raised. Because even though we were sheltered and a lot, we still lived in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like just because we grew up, up under strict household rule that we wasn't still in the hood. Right, and we was exposed to it. No matter how much you protect your kids, they're going to be exposed to the world when they go to school.
Yes.
After school. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like.
And, even the media, TV, radio, all that exposes the kids to stuff that they wouldn't, normally be exposed to.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so it's like.
Well, let me ask you this. Now, your mom and dad, were they together your entire life? I know your mom has recently gone to,
Yeah. Well, yeah, they were together up until, I would say we were about, I was about 16.
Was the breakup difficult for you?
No, it was. I really wasn't tripping, you know what I'm saying, like at the time, because like I said, I was a little older, so I was more into like, and I knew what was going on, why the breakup was occurring, so it was like.
Right.
Of course, it was upsetting.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, it was.
It didn't. I mean, listen. My parents split when I was 11 years old, and it really screwed me up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was really just something that changed the course of my life. But you didn't have that so much. Now you have siblings, right?
Yes, indeed.
You think older, younger?
I got one older brother, 3 younger sisters, and a younger brother that came. You know, like he didn't grow up with us, but he's 21 years old now.
Wow, very young.
Oh yeah, he's in the Navy, so yeah.
Nice. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, how did they all take it when your parents?
I mean, well, you know, my brother, he was out doing his thing. He was out selling dope. You know what I'm saying? He was at the time, I think he was locked up. I think he was in prison at the time. What I saw, you know, when that happened, and you know, my sisters was there with me because as soon as I saw it, I went and told them.
When you saw
my mother and father in the room smoking.
Right.
Because how it all happened, bro, it's so crazy because we had this little game we used to play with the tennis ball. Mm-hmm. You know, and we used to all get like little shoes and we used to like smack the ball around each other, like ghetto games. You know what I'm saying? Like smack the ball around each other. And the ball went past me and it went into the room and I went in there and slid up against the door and I just happened to look in there like. Wow. And that's when I saw it. And I went in there and I went and told them. And we was all on the same level. We was like, they better not tell us nothing to do. Yes. Matter of fact, we stand up all night tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We want tonight.
Yeah.
We load up on candy before bed, not brush our teeth, and they can't do nothing. Right.
Yeah. You know, we was we was all, man, because you know we all went through it. You know, because we went from having nice things at our house, you know, to coming home every day and seeing something in the house missing. We would come home from school, you know.
Things that were pawned for money to buy drugs.
Yeah, we would come home from school, and the table would be gone. We'd be like, damn, where'd the table go? Okay, didn't pay no attention. Come home the next day, the TV be gone. People like, wait, what the hell's going on? Next day, the couch.
And eventually,
and then one time we came home and the carpet was pulled up off the floor.
Oh my God!
And we was like. The carpet gone too?
Yeah.
Just tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like, you know, we all went through the same thing. Like, just having things to then just, okay, we looking serious right now.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is it wasn't a mystery where the stuff was going, right?
No, not exactly. Wasn't a mystery.
And real quick, because this is all, you know, live and nothing we do about it, you guys can probably hear what appears to be, what is that, Heinz? Smoking? What is that noise going on there?
That boy smoking.
You can talk, Heinz. Go ahead.
Cleaners, I think.
The cleaners. The people outside. Is that what it is? I thought it was you with your vape. So we're here recording this in the studio, and of course, the day we decide to record this, there's these maintenance guys outside. So everyone bear with me. Bear with Greg's phone going ding and all that good stuff. Okay. So we have Heinz here. We got Greg here. We got the legend Krayzie Bone here. And I am AC Killa. So let me ask you this, though. I know, you know, one of your group mates, Busy Bone, he had gone on record speaking of the abuse he suffered when he was a child. I mean, was there anything like that in your life growing up? Any kind of abuse of any kind?
No, but it was never any like abuse like that. You like for me. I mean,
not like that.
The closest I could say to getting abused is when my father whooped us.
Right.
It was like he was killing us in that moment. But you know, it was like, you know, like.
Did you deserve it?
Oh yeah. Definitely deserve it. I mean, you know, even though my father used to whip our asses. You know what I'm saying? Like we always used to do stuff to get it though. You know what I'm saying? Like, although we hated his whooping so much, but we would always do shit to get him.
Yeah, to make it happen. Now let me ask you: as a father, do you do that to your children when they act up? What form of discipline do you use?
Man, you know, like I really haven't had to like discipline none of my kids like physically since they were little.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was instilled in them like when they were very little. You know what I'm saying? And by the time they got, you know, a little older, all I would have to do is raise my voice.
And they would understand, hey.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, so your father had the need to whereas you don't. So would you say that your kids are better behaved at their age than you were at their age?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, most definitely. And I wasn't a real bad kid, you know, until I
Well, what age we talking?
started hanging with Lazy Bone.
Right.
Till I met Bone. No, but you know, I used to do little stuff in the hood, you know, like little stuff like little dirt. But it was like it just started getting real until like I said, I went down that on that path of rebelliousness.
Right. I mean, certain, and that was around the age. What age would you say?
That was about 16.
16 years old.
Yep.
So, speaking about Lazy Bone, I know that he's had his issues in and out of the group recently, different things of that nature. But I know that you guys, grew up together. It's not this isn't a band that was put together by some record executive somewhere, and people need to know that if they don't already. I'm sure everyone knows the story, but you and Lazy were very close.
Yeah.
How is that relationship now?
Man, that's still my dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell everybody, it really wouldn't be no Bone without Krayzie and Lazy.
Right.
You know, we
you two started.
Yeah, we started this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? We because it was just me and him rapping at first. It was just. I mean, when we was in junior high, we did have a group, and Flesh was in the group when we was the Band-Aid Boys. You know what I'm saying?
It was just you three at the time?
No, it was me, Lazy, Flesh, and another guy from our neighborhood named K. Chill.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Where is he now?
Man, he's still in Cleveland. You know, we talked to him since talked to him on.
I'm surprised he was never signed to Mo Thugs or.
Man, I think Lazy was messing with him for a minute, but you know what I'm saying? It was what it was, you know what I'm saying?
Why is it that he, you guys just exploded to this mega success, and then him sitting there watching this, it must have killed him, right?
Man, I don't know, because I never really talked to him about it, but I can't tell you this, it was times to where, like you could feel the animosity and feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, but I mean, it is what it is,
Understandable. I mean, listen, I'm not a better man. If I was in his position, I would be so upset. I'd say, hey, man, I should be up there, receiving the Grammy too.
Yeah.
But what is it? Why did he never excel with the group? Was it his skills not up to par?
Man, no. Actually, like back in junior high, everybody used to look at him like he was the coldest dude ever.
So what happened? Why didn't he excel with
Man, honestly, man, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why he didn't take it a step further. But it's just It just is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And we were even being discouraged from making a move to California.
By who?
By a lot of people. They was like, man, what y'all going out there for? Y'all ain't gonna make it.
Right.
just flat out like that.
It's a waste of time.
Yeah. Basically.
So, but I mean, despite we know that I think it's public information that Lazy's been going through a lot. Despite all that, it hasn't really affected your relationship with him. You guys, would you say you're as close as you were back then? I mean,
yeah, man. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what, yeah, through thick and thin. Like no matter what, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of things I don't agree. We don't agree on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things.
But there's probably no one in the world who you agree with 100% anyway. Right?
Yeah, exactly. But it ain't. But just because we have disagreements don't mean that I'm saying that I'm not going.
Be there for him.
Yeah, if he in trouble, I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
If he calls you up and says, "Hey, Pray, I need to borrow some money, man," you got it.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay, so and that's the thing. At the end of the day, family fights. I fight with my family like crazy, and by family, you don't just mean your blood. So also, I mean, we know that Busy has also been out of the group for a long period of time, and the big rumor, the big thing, all was. Busy versus Krayzie, and the group split up because of that. Put that rumor to rest. What's going on with that?
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it's.
Was that why the group?
It's simply what it is, a rumor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, just like I said, just like I have disagreements with Lazy or anybody in the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no different with the Busy situation. At the time, you know what I'm saying, it was real crazy for us at the time. A lot of things was moving real fast. We was young.
Right.
We was young, and when you're young and you accumulate so much so fast.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's just hard to get a grip on everything at once. You know what I'm saying? So you just tend to be like, you know what? I'm gonna just live in the moment right now. And
there's some badass kids who were just thrown the world at an early age.
Oh yeah. I mean,
let me ask you about that for a second. So here you are, you're in your teens, hormones raging, on tour, women everywhere throwing themselves at you. What was that like? I mean, that had to be just a crazy experience.
Yeah, man, it was crazy.
You guys had to be banging everything in sight.
Man, it was crazy.
Right.
It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was wild. You know, because like from us coming from where we come from, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't like we was like no ugly dudes and like couldn't get girlfriends. You know what I'm saying?
It just went to another level.
Yeah. It went to another level like real fast. You know what I'm saying? So
I think it was one of the Wayans brothers, and I forget which one. But he was talking about how he met Bill Cosby many years ago before the scandal came out, and this is when he was first getting into the business.
We was off the. I ain't gonna even like. I mean, you know, it was wild. It was off the hook. It was hotel parties. It was.
I mean, wild. I mean, multiple women at once and just crazy things and hanging off the rafters. I can only imagine. What I was gonna say is Cosby said to the Wayans, I forget, Marlon Wayne maybe it was. He said. You're gonna get so much pussy. You're gonna need 2 dicks. You're gonna need to have a second. No, you know what was it? It was the guy from wasn't Wayne's Brothers. I apologize. It was the guy Kenan Thompson from Kenan and Kel, who's now on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so you're gonna. You know,
yeah.
And he was surprised that this is America's dad here telling me I'm gonna need to get 2 dicks for all the women because I can't handle them with one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, listen, and you know. In a lot of ways, being someone who believes in scripture, I mean, you have to think. I mean, was it the devil who just gave you everything at that time? I mean, just these young minds are just so easy to just be trapped with by getting the world, not just the women, but everything else. You know, I'm sure you didn't have to ask even once to get any drug on the planet. Everything was thrown your way, offered your way.
Like that's it. All comes with the life.
Yeah.
It all comes with the life, and it's crazy, you know, because you begin to get it for free, and it's so crazy because when you struggling and poor, you got to pay for it. But when you make money,
yes.
and you can afford it, they want to give it to you for free. Yes. So it's crazy.
Right. So would you say that at that time you were addicted to the fame? I mean, you just got the fame. It just happened. Was it like a drug?
Man, I don't even really. To be truthful, I never felt like I was addicted to the fame. I don't feel like I was addicted to none of this stuff.
That lifestyle.
I got used to it,
right.
But I wasn't addicted to it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't. I never got addicted to like nothing that came with it because I was even the reason I did what I did. Like it's so many like just being so crazy when it came to like females and stuff like that because like again I was like like it's fake. I saw right through it immediately. Okay, like people that didn't like me or even know me now all of a sudden I'm just
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like
where were you last year?
Yeah, it's like hold on, bitch. I was trying to talk to you in 7th grade. Remember?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, but it was like it was just fake, and I reckon that I read that from the jump. You know what I'm saying?
If these women wanted you just for your fame, your money, whatever, that's fine because you just wanted them for one thing too. So it was
bruh, and that was my attitude.
Yeah.
That was the attitude. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Right.
Let's do this.
And would you say that every member in the group was pretty much on that same tip? Everyone was just enjoying the hell out of this being young.
I mean, shit. We was all young dudes. Didn't really wasn't in no relationships. Like really,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just niggas
was
off the Niggas was just living their lives.
But at this time too, diseases were prevalent. AIDS had came out. Was there any scare? And then did you guys slow down sexually when Easy had passed? I mean, wasn't there a scare like, hey, maybe we should just find one girl and settle down at this point?
Oh yeah. I think that rocked the whole hip hop industry. It's not just hip hop. It rocked everybody because before when you had Magic Johnson come out, it was shocking when he came out. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but like to hear like that somebody in a hip hop gangster rap at that,
right?
Eazy-E. One of the biggest figures in the business, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
and then made everyone kind of, say, listen, maybe we should start using protection, maybe we should slow down. This is, right? Because it was a mind-blowing thing. And I think, too, is that part of the reason why Easy doesn't get as much publicity as, let's say, Pac and Biggie is because it's more honorable in the hip-hop community to die from a gunshot than it is from AIDS.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's just the way of the world.
If Easy would have got shot, he'd be a lot more famous right now.
Yeah.
Which is stupid, but yeah, it's the way things are. Speaking about being shot, how was your relationship with Wish after you shot his ass?
Oh man, I mean that's actually what brought me and Wish closer together. You know what I'm saying? Because man, it was crazy because the night was just crazy. And
take us into that night. Were you guys drinking, smoking?
All of the above.
Okay.
We was doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't think, hey, maybe I shouldn't be operating this deadly weapon under the influence. That wasn't in mind, especially at that age.
Yeah. This was.
Yeah,
this was. I was 19. I think I was 19. And man, we was just out wilding. You know what I'm saying? Doing.
This is before you met Easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we was still in the hood, just doing what we doing. And just out on the prowl, man, and you know what I'm saying,
trying to make some money.
Getting too, you know what I'm saying, too intoxicated, reckless, and the incident happened. I shot him in the leg by mistake.
Was it just you two?
No, it was we was on a mission that night,
Well, I mean, were you with the whole group? Was there other people outside of the group?
No, it was us four. It was me, Busy, Wish, and Lay. Me and Wish was in one car, and me and Busy and Lay was in the car behind us. It was crazy because we had jacked both the cars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like so we following each other in two stolen cars, just like kicking it. I'm like.
What was Flesh doing at this time?
No, Flesh wasn't with us. Flesh was at this point Flesh was like in school. Like Flesh, like he didn't.
Flesh was like, listen, I'm gonna go straight and narrow.
Yeah. He was up in college. You know what I'm saying? He was up in college doing this thing. We were still in the streets just hustling. You know what I'm saying? Doing what we do. And yeah, man, that night just took a turn.
You were
Wish was driving.
So you shoot him in the leg. I mean, that car is gonna hit a wall or something. How can he operate?
No. He all I remember is the gun going off, and my ears just started ringing, and it seemed like everything was like was in like a slow motion.
How be in the movies? Drive.
Bruh, I don't know how he did it, but he we were probably at like 15 to 20 blocks from a hospital.
So he drove to the hospital with a gunshot wound to his leg. He still drove all the way to the hospital.
Yep, he drove to the hospital.
And he didn't want to press charges.
Was it the same leg?
Was it the same leg? What he was driving with?
Yeah.
That's a good question. As Greg chimed in here. Was it the same leg? Right leg, left leg?
Shit, I think it was his right leg.
Yeah, he probably hit the. So he had to, listen. I was taking this thing called clenbuterol, which is it's for people with asthma, but I was taking it as a illegal steroid to burn fat.
Yeah.
And I had taken too much and had what's called clem cramps at one point, and I got it in my leg so bad I had to actually drive with my left leg, and it was a brand new experience for me.
Yeah.
It's like you hear a lot of people saying that a lot of guys saying, listen, if you wanted to feel like a woman's doing it, use your left hand when you jack off instead of your right hand. It's a whole new experience, right? So that's what it was driving with my left leg, brand new experience. But you and Wish, would you say that closeness that came from that, it's still there to this day?
Oh yeah, man, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's my dude. That's my dude.
Now I know I should probably be asking Wish this, but Wish isn't here. So if you have any thoughts, a lot of people want to know, including myself. I would buy the shit out of a Wishbone album simply because there never has been one.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think he's going to make one?
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's thing's still in the pipeline.
Yes, indeed.
Well,
he will.
Since I asked you about all the members, and actually, when that comes out, will that come out on TL?
Oh yeah, definitely. Wishbone definitely coming out on TL.
Excellent.
That's him too. You know what I'm saying? That's him all day too.
Right.
So
I will, and I will be purchasing that record definitely.
Definitely.
Let me ask you this: we're going through all the members here. I want to talk a little bit about Flesh. How was that for you when Flesh got locked up?
Man, it was cool. I mean,
what do you mean it was cool?
I mean, because we understood like before he got the time like that he was gonna be going away for a while.
You were prepared.
Yeah. We prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was fucked up. You know, I actually couldn't believe it. Like when the attorney told us, you know, that, you know, he is gonna be doing some time. I was like, oh man, for real. Yeah. I'm like, bro, you done messed. And when he told me how much time it was, I was like, yo.
Yeah. But let me ask you this: is he a different Flesh now? Did it do him good? Did he need?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely did him good. You know, like he learned a lot, he experienced a lot. So I mean.
Because listen, Busy's told me some stories. Flesh was wild as hell, man. As much as you say he was going to school when you guys were being wild, Flesh really took it to another level at times.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
and you know, I know that when you had left the group for a period, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that in a minute, but I know when you had left, Flesh wasn't too happy, and there's this video on YouTube where he's really just kind of going off, and he starts, you know, just attacking you on so many levels, and a lot of them was musically, you know, talking about the song you did with Chamillionaire, saying it's just because of Chamillionaire, you know, just going through every avenue. That was anger speaking, but at that time, it almost seemed as if there was really animosity there. Was there anything on your part as far as feeling that, hey, this is maybe not my bro, our path has changed, or did you see that, hey, we're just having an argument, we'll get past it?
Yeah, man, it was an argument, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't tripping on. Yeah, nothing, because I knew it was just a heated argument we had at the time, you know what I'm saying, and we would eventually get over. You just need space away from people sometimes, so, and that's bottom line. Yes. So. And that's what it is. And then you
start to miss them after a while.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, I can tell you, you know, Cray, since you've known me, I've been working with Hines. I know you used to watch the public access show back in the day. Before we even met. And Hines, man, we got into some crazy arguments at times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there were times, I forget which time it was, but over at the Northridge house, I wanted to throw your ass in the pool. Remember that? We got into a big ass fight. Anyway. So speaking about that whole thing, I know you made an announcement. You said, look, I'm no longer part of Bone Thugs and Harmony. That announcement went viral. People gave their takes on it. Has anything changed since then? Do you still consider yourself only as a solo act, or are you still part of Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Man, definitely part of the group. You know what I'm saying? That's forever. No matter what I say or do, so, that's forever. You know what I'm saying?
What were you trying to say in that?
It was just like I was just saying. You know, they were getting ready to go out on the road, and I was letting everybody know that I'm not a part of Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm doing my thing while they do their thing, and that's just what it was.
So it was more so.
But members in the group have always done that. You know what I'm saying? Like, did their thing, then came back. You know what I'm saying? Did their thing, came back.
So what you're really saying is, hey, this tour that's about to happen, I'm not a part of this tour. Yeah, that was
definitely.
Really kind of what the message of that video was.
Yeah, tour and album that's about to happen, the Art of War 3 or whatever that was.
You know, you were part of the album, but it was very...
Yeah. But
sprinkled in, almost like Resurrection. You weren't in the whole mix.
Yeah, but I really didn't authorize none of my vocals to be on there. You know what I'm saying?
So legally there could be an issue.
Yeah, but I'm not tripping. I'm not hating like that though, because you know, my dudes, you know, they decided to do that. So it is what it is.
What's the difference with you know, not being on that album that much and not being on Resurrection that much? Is the difference that Resurrection was authorized? Is that?
No. Resurrection came at a point in time when I was in the middle of promoting my first solo album, Thug Mentality.
So you couldn't really focus fully on that when you were focusing on that at the same time.
Yeah,
you're only one person, and you couldn't be on every studio session for the tracks in Resurrection because you were working on Thug Mentality. I have to tell you something about Thug Mentality. It is a genius album.
Yes, sir.
It is one of the albums where I just listen to track after track. Even the skits. Don't skip them. Just play it nonstop. So I got to tell you that when I heard that, I remember not only did I love the record, but green is my favorite color. So when I picked it up and I saw the cover was green and the albums inside were green, that was my shit right there.
Definitely.
Let me ask you. I asked you about your mom.
Yes.
I asked you about your dad. Asked you about your siblings. Asked you about the members of the group. Congratulations is in order. I know that you recently got married. Let me ask you a little bit about your wife. Mm-hmm. How long have you been with her?
For like 5 years.
Yeah. And when was it? I mean, being Krayzie Bone, women are throwing themselves at you left and right, especially like you were saying, you've been through it. And a lot of times it's not for the right reasons. What was it that made you say, you know what, she loves me for the right reasons?
Man, just getting to know a person,
So at first you thought she might just, be like other women who just want me.
Yeah. At first, when you hook up with somebody, it's just like, you just filling them out, you hanging out, y'all kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Just filling each other out, and then, it just start going to different levels, and then, at some point you realize, okay,
hey, she's different.
Yeah, just by the conversation, you know what I'm saying? And
it just clicked. And you would say that that's a blessing. That marriage, that union.
Oh yeah,
definitely. To be able to find something like that is a real blessing in life. And let me ask you too. I mean, I'm sure you've been with a lot of women who, in a relationship with them, and tried something serious with them, and they really had a problem trusting you because of what you do for a living.
Yeah.
The fact that you're on tour, the fact that you go into all these different states where they aren't when they're at home, and obviously you're performing in places where women are scantily clad. You are the main attraction. Mm-hmm. And they're pretty much saying, hey, whatever you want to do to me, put it in all holes, I'm here for you. This is pretty much is what these women are saying. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you've been with women who, in a serious relationship, who have had, knowing that, don't trust you.
Hi, AC Killa here.
That's poison.
And although Krayzie Bone did answer this
definitely.
question, he specifically asked that we remove it from the broadcast. So, unfortunately, you won't get to hear his answer to this. Now, back to your regularly scheduled program.
So, pretty much, you just tell me, you say, listen, if you don't believe me, that's on you. You give him that ultimatum, because you can't really prove. There's no way to prove it. You can't carry a camera around with you everywhere you go. And, I mean, listen, I'm sure I don't know, but I can tell you, with me, I've had women who are so jealous that they wanted me to do that. They said, listen, I'm going to go out to the store and pick up some milk. Okay, keep your phone on FaceTime the whole time.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it gets crazy. So I take it you couldn't be doing what you're doing now if your wife was like that. So she's not like that. She trusts you, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, most definitely.
And that's what keeps it together. Let me ask, you have any relationship horror stories? I mean, any women you've been with, you just figured out, oh my God, they are nuts. I have to get a restraining order against them. I have one like that, but this interview is about you. So.
Man, well, no restraining orders, but it's been some crazy ones. You know what I'm saying? So it's been some crazy ones. Not really. I mean, they just been crazy. Right. Too many to even be like, you know what I'm saying?
Is there a story, a funny story, anything in particular that sticks out, or is just one big nonsense of mess with these women?
Yeah, man. It's all like nonsense. I don't even think about it now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I was wild.
Yeah.
They was probably crazy because I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was crazy too. So
right.
It was like
right. I can imagine the fights in that household. Let me ask you this though. I mean, part of the reason that your wife would trust you as well because she believes that you are satisfied in the bedroom. Sexually, no problems there. Completely satisfied.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, are you worried that in 30 years, or whatever, that you're gonna have some issues, some problems? Does that ever come to this? Look, we're men, we're getting older. They made Viagra.
Hi, AC Killa here. And although Krayzie Bone did answer this question, he specifically asked that we remove it from the broadcast. So, unfortunately, you won't get to hear his answer to this. Now, back to your regularly scheduled program.
It's like I think it's like 9-10 years. Yep.
Okay, so it's not that big of a difference anyway.
Oh yeah.
But what's interesting, I always tell this to people, is it's not a big difference now. At our age.
Yeah, you definitely.
But when you're 20 years old, 10 year age difference is a huge big deal. Because now you're talking about a 10-year-old. You know what I mean? When you're 20 years old, that 10 years isn't big now. But
I know. Yeah, and that's true. That's crazy like that. It is though.
Let me ask you this: how many children do you have?
I got 8 kids.
8 kids, and they're all with the same women, different women?
No, I got different. It's different women.
For all 8?
No, hell no.
Okay.
It's 3. 3
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how old's the youngest? How old's the oldest? And are you done? Any more kids? Or?
Oh yeah. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm done.
Does your wife have children?
No.
Does she kind of pressure you like, listen, I want kids. I want kids.
No. She don't want kids either.
Okay, so that's a blessing. I mean,
Oh,
so
yeah.
how do you guys prevent that? What are you pulling out? Using a rubber? She on birth control?
Shit, man, whatever we gotta do.
Whatever you gotta do.
Whatever we gotta do.
I understand that. Yeah. All right. So about these children, how old's your youngest? How old's your oldest?
My oldest is 20.
Okay.
And the youngest is 8.
Okay. And how's your relationship with your children?
Man, it's good. It's good.
And look, I know it must be difficult at times being on the road. You're on the road a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So much with your career. It must have been. Do you have any regrets? I wish I could have been there more at certain times. Been to kids' ballet practice or ball game or whatever. I mean.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? You lose out and miss out on a lot. You know what I'm saying? But you got to make it up.
Yeah, and you have to put food on the table.
Oh yeah. You have to put food on the table.
You know.
Yeah, definitely. And then like now it's cool because it's like I can basically control when I want to be home and when I don't. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like I get more time in with them now. So
excellent. And as far as from 8 years to 20 years old, do you get as much time with the 8-year-old as a 20-year-old? Do you feel the 8-year-old needs more of your time because of the younger age?
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's she does because she's younger, but they all got open door and open line to talk to me anytime.
That's nice. Yeah. Well, let me ask you this too. I mean, some of your 8 children, I'm assuming, are females.
Yeah.
I know you had your daughter on the cover of Mo Thugs too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Now, what is it like when the daughter says, "Dad, this is my boyfriend" or whatever? I mean, are you one of those dads where these guys really got to watch their ass, dating your daughter?
I mean, of course, I think any father would be, but I'm not all to the extreme. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you're not like, be home by 9 p.m. Have her back by 9. If it's 9:01, I'm gonna kill you.
That's but my daughter and them, they already know the rules, so I don't have to tell them nothing.
Right.
I gotta tell the dudes nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because if they know the rules,
they don't want to be Mr. Sawed-Off Leatherface.
Yeah, they don't. They know exactly what the rules are. So like, if you want to stay here, these are the rules.
Right.
Follow them.
So I mean, even if they're underage, you would let them do whatever they want, but they just can't live there when they're doing it. Is that the deal? If you're in my roof, follow my rules, or do whatever you want, but do it outside of my roof and don't come home?
Oh yeah, definitely. Even if they're overage, yes. Yeah. Even if they're adults, it's the same way.
As overage adults, I mean, if they said, "Dad, I want to live with you," if your 20-year-old said, "Dad, I want to live with you," do you say, "Hey, you're 20 years old, no," or do you say that's fine? I mean.
No, it's cool. It's cool if they come stay, but I'm gonna make sure they're doing what they need to do to get back on their feet and out on their own.
So if they say, "Hey, I want to just kick it. I just want to watch TV on the couch and eat," no, that ain't gonna fly.
Hell no.
So let me ask, in the Krayzie Bone household now, it's you and your wife, and do you guys have any kids there?
Yeah. I have my 2 oldest daughters stay with me.
Okay, and how old are they?
That's the one that's about to be 20, and the other one is 17, about to be 18.
Okay. And how about pets? Any pets in the Krayzie Bone household? Dogs, cats?
Oh yeah. We got a little dog.
Oh, okay.
Princess Krayzie as Jack Russell.
Nice. All right. Well, listen. Let me ask you this, and this could be personally, or people just you turn on TV, someone you really don't like. Any enemies? Anyone you turn on the TV or your radio or whatever, you say, something about that person strikes me as wrong, or someone that you know personally who's done you wrong, you really could say, I dislike them. Man,
I don't know. I don't really dislike a lot of people.
I dislike Joel Osteen every time I see him on TV.
Man, like a lot of people may annoy me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I never take it to the point where just like,
who annoys Krayzie Bone? I mean,
bro, it's just people in general, like doing dumb shit. Like people sometimes I look at these presidential debates and that annoys me. The stuff,
right? How
some of the people be acting and all that stuff. So it's just like, I don't dislike none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's just annoying.
Right. So yeah. So there's no enemy who you say, you know what, just fuck this guy, I hate this. There's no one like that you can think of.
Oh yeah, I don't have no enemies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? None of that.
Well, I'm gonna ask you this too. I mean, you've been now, I don't know how many years, you've been on stage performing for over 20 years at this point. Mm-hmm. Your voice, and first off, I gotta tell you, I think your voice is amazing. The fact that it can be so smooth, and you can go so fast, and then have to put the deep to it, and there's so many different styles. It's amazing. How do you keep it? I mean, smoking and drinking and how do you keep that voice for all these years?
Man, I don't know. It's just a blessing. We ain't lost them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You don't do anything extra. You don't.
No, man, not at all. You know what I'm saying? Although I don't, smoke like I used to back in the day. Far from it. You know what I'm saying?
Is that for your voice, for your vocal cords? Is that?
Yeah, and just for trying to stay healthy too.
Right.
Yeah.
See, I can tell you from my experience when I'm in the booth, warm water. I like to have a little, not hot, not cold, but warm water tends to help me sometimes. Help me with coughing or whatever. Yeah. Any tricks, techniques, anything you do, or is just all just God-given talent?
Yeah, man. Nothing special, man. I just keep pushing.
Right.
For real.
Well, listen, that's fantastic. And speaking about your health, how's everything going with that? I know a lot of people are concerned. You have a lot of fans.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, you Instagrammed out a photograph of you in a hospital bed.
Yeah.
And a lot of people felt a lot of ways about that. A lot of concern. You want to just clear up all that up with everyone? What's going on with you?
Yeah, no, man. It was just a little situation I had to get looked at. It was a autoimmune disease to where it's where your what did they say? It was called sarcoidosis, and it's when your system is doesn't have anything to fight off any bacteria, and it starts to attack your your healthy organs. It could be your lungs, your kidneys, your heart, anything.
Where did it go?
My lungs. Your lungs. Yeah.
Was it caused by
crazy.
smoking?
No, not at all.
But smoking obviously doesn't help it, right?
No, yeah. I mean, I'm good. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But at the time.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, definitely didn't help it, but I was still smoking, didn't even know. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So I went to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? They ran the test, and she almost knew what it was. Like when I told her this, what was the symptoms and everything. She was like, I'm guessing it's this, but we're gonna run some tests and do all that blood tests. They did it. Everything, all the blood work came back. They ran for everything, cancer, HIV, everything was
good.
Yeah, negative.
Are you completely cured at this point?
Oh yeah. I'm still on the medication,
okay.
but that's just
how much longer are you gonna have to take that?
I should be off in December. Okay. No, I should be off in January.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's great. So it's not something that you're not gonna have to take a pill for the rest of your life.
Oh no.
It's not something that anything could come back, but there's no.
Oh yeah.
You have just as much chance as the next person, right?
Definitely.
You're not prone to it anymore.
Definitely.
And is it something that can be hereditary, or something that can be passed down to your children?
Man, I don't know. It could be, but nobody in my family had it. So it was just out of the blue. I've never been in the hospital a day never been in the hospital
You've had great health all your life.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Just been cool, and it was it just happened out of the blue. I was like, dang.
Let me ask you about this. This was interesting. A while ago, it made the news reports, and I had to tell you too. You looked so annoyed when you walked out of jail, and TMZ cameras all up in your face asking you about that DUI.
Oh yeah.
You look, man, I just want to go home. Leave me alone. It's morning.
Yeah.
Take me into that night.
No, it's crazy because when they was checking me out, when they was.
What were you doing? Swerving or?
No. I was coming back from me and my wife was coming back from the Hard Rock Cafe.
Okay.
And yeah, I had a couple of drinks, but I wasn't, bro. I was by far drunk, for real,
Right. You
and
were
I
good.
was I was good, and then she had dozed off, and I was driving,
right.
And I dropped my phone in between the seat. And I'm trying to get my phone, but it's stuck.
That to the officers?
Man, that's what I told them. That's the first thing I told them.
Did they know who you were off the bat?
No. They know.
Did they find out before they took you in?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we got a celebrity on our hands. Let's make an example out of him, right?
Yeah.
Well, look, let me ask you this too. Speaking about police, well, I do want to get back to this, but ask you about the police right now. What's going on in the news? Everyone is so anti-police. and here's my take on it is I hate those cops because what they're doing is they're making the job way harder for the ones who are just really do want to help, who get in it because they want to catch the person who's hurting your child or do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now that all this is being brought to light about all this stuff with the police brutality in the news, I know Bone is classically known for we hate the cops, fuck the police. I mean, that's been a Bone statement in the music forever. Personally, though, you're older now, and you haven't really heard that much in the music recently about that. What's your take on all this that's going on and your relationship with police?
Man, I mean, just like you said, you got the ones that really do want their job to try to help and make a better community. Then you got the ones that's doing.
You can't know who's who. You can't judge a book by its cover. You can't know. That's the problem.
I mean, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And all you can do is just. I mean.
When you see a cop, do you think, okay, good, or shit, let me get away?
You said what?
If you're driving down the street, right? I can tell you, for me, if I see a police officer, I don't say, oh, thank God, an officer's here, I'm safe. I think, shit, let me get in another lane, let me get to another street. And that's not a good feeling to have when you're paying them to help you. Essentially, you're paying them with your taxes. Do you have a similar type feeling? I mean, when you see a cop, is your feeling, oh, good, I'm safer now because a cop is here, or is it like, shit, let me not be here?
No, hell no.
They don't make me feel safer.
I always feel like they're about to get me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean that's just a natural instinct. You know what I'm saying? That's just a natural instinct. You know what I'm saying? Like especially from where we come from and how we know the police can be. And it's no different out in LA than it is in Cleveland when it comes to police.
Right.
They sweat you the same way. They do the same kind of. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
And when this happens, this whole thing, when they pull you over the DUI, they bring you in there, okay? I mean, what happens when a celebrity is locked up? I mean, first off with the officers, and then with the other people, and is everyone saying, hey, when I get out, I want you to sign me to your label and this and that. What happens when a Krayzie Bone goes to jail?
Shit, man, nothing. I get booked and processed like everybody else.
Well, I'm saying, with the other inmates. I mean, I'm sure they all come up to you. Hey, let me rap for you.
Oh yeah. Of course, a lot of people being there. They notice who I am. It's true. It's people who say they rap and they do this and they do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's I mean, sure.
Yeah, you get a lot of that, but it was a completely different experience when you got locked up with the wishbone thing. How long did you stay in when you shot Wish? How long was that stay?
Man, I was in there for like let me see. I was in there for I think I was in there for like 3 to 4 months.
And was there a time where you had to just prove yourself? You had to say something. You got tested. You're not the biggest guy, right?
Oh yeah.
But you had to. Yeah.
I mean,
how was that hard? You had to all night watching your back, knowing someone's gonna jump you.
I mean, but it's basically like, you know what I'm saying, like the first time you go on there, you already know what you got to do.
You knock them out once.
And it wasn't really like that, like it was more about like respect.
Right.
Like bottom line, it's all about how you carry yourself inside of the prison.
So someone disrespected you, and you had to.
No. I had just like a few disagreements and arguments with dudes, but it never like boiled over to like nothing more than that because it was a respect, just bottom line.
And then also is there the fear of, hey, if I get violent with you, I may get time added to my sentence? Is that
exactly? Right. It's like, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not in here for all that long. I'm not trying to be in here no longer than I have to, like for real.
Right, makes sense. Makes sense. Let me ask you this though: do you think there would be a Krayzie Bone if you had not met Eazy-E? Would there maybe be another person who was out at that time, a Dre or someone else, or do you think if you never met Eazy, it would never happen for you and Bone?
I mean, I believe we would have eventually got in the business some way, but I don't think it'd have been the same turnout as it was if we didn't get with him.
I see. So it might have had some success, but not to the level that you had. Eazy was just that perfect match.
Yeah, because I don't think nobody else would have been able to deal with us. back then. Like,
Yeah.
we was
Too
way
crazy.
too wild.
I've heard stories, man. Yeah. Let me ask you this. Can the fans expect another Bone Thugs and Harmony album? I mean, not something that's not authorized, for instance, like you said, with World War III, but just a real full-fledged, all 5 members locked in a studio, putting it together.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
You think so?
Definitely.
I mean, listen, here's the thing, right? You guys are all getting older. You guys have families, some of you grandkids, everything. Living your own lives. I think that it'd be fair to say that although you're still family, you probably aren't as close as you were when you were teenagers, hanging out every day.
Oh yeah.
Is there that chemistry that was there in the beginning albums was when you guys were seeing each other on a more regular basis than you are now? Can that really be brought back to a new album?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Because
we artists,
right? And that's what's going to trump it all. And so, is there anything in the plans? Specifically, is there a year or a month or anything that we should expect something like that out? Do you know what record label it would come out at? Is there anything in the works?
Man, well, we having conversations and everything about it. We got. I'm working on this Chasing the Devil right now, and also, doing like several other projects. So it's a lot of stuff on the table. So when everybody is ready to go in the studio on that one and get it in, we have several songs recorded for it already. So
nice.
I mean, definitely.
It can happen any day.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me ask you this. You did mention Chasing the Devil.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's a 3-part?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. And part 1's coming out?
November 20th.
November 20th. And it will be available on all streams for people to get. We're talking iTunes, Amazon, everywhere. And how about physical copies? So there's not too many mom and pop record stores and things these days like there was, but where can someone pick up a physical copy?
They'll be available at Best Buy,
okay,
Target, and Walmart, all those places like that.
Nice. Now Walmart, I'm sure they're not going to carry the version with any foul language on there. Is that correct? Walmart. I'm not sure. Your guess is as good as mine, right?
Yeah. But it's not that much foul language on my album anyway, so
okay,
it's good.
And I think that's a departure. As you're growing older, your relationship with the Lord has been increasing, and it seems that a lot of your music does have less foul language than it did at one point. Is that something that we can expect also in parts 2 and 3, Chasing the Devil?
Yeah, I mean, I express myself in a lot of ways on this album. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a mixture of everything.
Well, speaking about the albums and the cussing and this and that, one of the most hardcore albums you did, I enjoyed it a lot. Leatherface Legends Part 1. Are we gonna expect a Part 2 coming at any point?
Man, I got songs for it. You know what I mean? So
okay.
I mean,
You never know. Okay. Be on the lookout. You never know what Krayzie's gonna cook up next. And I gotta tell you, another one of my favorites, I really, really loved. In fact, I would put them up there in my top 5 favorite artists of all times. The Night Riders. I love the Night Riders stuff. Are we ever? Do you think that there's ever gonna be any more stuff from the Night Riders, or is that ship sailed?
Man, any and everything is always possible.
But there's not anything in plans right now.
Man, I've been talking to him, like, definitely.
Okay. Well,
trying to rebirth something.
Let me ask you this: Is there anything that people would really be surprised at about you? Surprised to learn? Like, let's say you love playing the card game Uno or something. Something ridiculous. Just something that people would never guess that you'd be into that you're into.
Man, I don't know. Like, it ain't nothing really. I do everything, average person do.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like for me, let's say I tell people I go to jazz festivals. I'm into smooth jazz, and they take one look at me. They say, "I would never expect you to be a jazz fan." There's nothing that you're into that people would say, "Hey, like I didn't think Krayzie Bone would be into this."
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, man. Music for one. I listen to all kind of
all kinds of
crazy music. You know what I'm saying? If you people hear the music I be listening to,
they would trip out.
Oh yeah.
People probably think you're just listening to hip hop all the time.
Oh yeah, never.
They'd be mistaken.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Okay, and let me ask you this too. You mentioned your relationship with the Lord. We know that you are a Jehovah's Witness, correct?
No, I'm not a baptized witness. I study.
You study with the Jehovah's Witness. And is there a point in your studying that you feel that you want to get baptized?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And is how far do you, for instance, once you're baptized, are you going to be, going door to door and presenting literature to people?
If that's what God want me to do, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. And I mean, so what happens because you're in a unique situation here, because of your fame. So what happens if you go to someone's door and you want to tell them about the Lord, and they're just like, oh my God, it's Krayzie Bone, and they're just like, hey man, tell me about, what was it like working with Easy, and like, tell me about, like, nah, you say, listen, I'm not here for that, right? Like,
No. I would just have to politely tell them, that it's not about me right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to speak to you about something far more important.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect, I appreciate the love, but it's not about me right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what, too, and speaking about the fans, I know you're appreciative of your fans. Mm-hmm. I understand that, and I understand why. You wouldn't be who you are without your fans. But there has to be a time. Let's say you're out with your wife, having a nice romantic dinner, and does fans ever have the balls to come up to you and bother you when you're having dinner with your wife and do something and say, hey, can I get an autograph? Can I get a picture?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. My fans been doing that from day one. You know.
Now, what do you do? Did you tell them to fuck off? Are you nice to them?
No. Man, I'm always cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm cool. As long as they ain't coming over and they all, like loud and obnoxious and.
But I'm sure that happens sometimes.
Attention. Yeah, and that's when you tell them, hey, look here, y'all got to chill out with all that, like for real.
Right. I appreciate you being a fan, but
yeah,
I'm trying to have dinner with my wife, and here you are.
Yeah. Just calm down, take a breather, calm down.
I don't know if you remember this, but I gotta tell you, you were doing an autograph signing at DJ Unique's record store for Thug on the Line.
Oh yeah.
And I was probably 14 years old, something like that. And I stood in the line with my friend Romer, and I got your autograph.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Bruh.
Probably not, right?
Hell
yeah.
No. Hell no.
That's funny because I didn't have a way to get over there because it was about an hour away from where I lived. So I was asking my mom to give me a ride, and here I was at the very end of the line to meet you. And me and Ramirez saying, my mom parks and she comes. She says, this line is too long, and she went up to the front. I had drew a comic book of you and the rest of the group. And she went up there to the front of the line. She said, my son made this comic book for Krayzie, that somehow she got me to skip the whole thing and go to the very front of the line.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know how she did it, man. I don't know if people were mad.
Wow.
Okay. So, also, you were very heavily in Mo Thugs 1 and Mo Thugs 2, and, had the Mo Thugs chain around your neck, and then Thug Line came. Mm-hmm. Was there a problem? I mean, what exactly happened? Because there's a lot of rumors going around.
No, it just, came to a point to where I wasn't, happy with the direction that Mo Thug was going, and I just simply decided to step away from it.
Rather than change the direction, because you had the power, I'm sure, to change the direction if you wanted to.
Yeah, definitely, so it was like, I was cool. Plus, I was gearing up to go in to record on my
solo album.
Thug Mentality album, so I just left it alone and just started dealing with that. And then while I was doing that album, that's when I thought of the whole TL thing. And I was like, I'm gonna start something over this way.
What were the disagreements in the Mo Thug family that made you want to go your own way?
No, man, it was just starting to like. It was just starting to lack organization. It was like, everybody wasn't focused. Because you got to remember, we was young. We was still, we was still stars ourselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so we was trying to do this and be celebrities at the same time.
And not so much focus on the group.
Oh yeah.
The groups that you guys, or the acts that you guys were trying to develop. Because how could you do both?
Yeah, and like I said, man, everything happened for us fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like Easy didn't have time to give us all the knowledge. We only took from him what we got a chance to see.
Passed too soon.
Within the time we was with him, and what we seen, we tried to emulate that. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't have all the knowledge that we needed, and this shit wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And like some of the artists wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't as talented at the time as we thought they would.
Why would they be signed if their talent was?
I mean, but it was. Bro, it was a lot. They sounded good, but it was like, in the music business, that's not enough.
Yeah, you have to have the stage presence.
Mm-hmm.
And see, a lot of people will come down on you when you say, for instance, a Gabrielle Sidibe or a Kelly Clarkson. Hey, or Ruben Studdard. Hey, look, you guys are overweight, and it's not so much coming down on someone for their weight, not even about the health reasons, but unfortunately, in the music business, it's not just about the music; it's about your presentation.
That's true.
And if there's a pretty girl with a
great
voice,
which really needs to change though, because
music should be about music.
Yeah, music should be about music. No matter how the person looks, that is coming from, because it's somebody for everybody. It's it's dudes that love big women, love them.
Hey, listen, I'm one of them.
We would say, listen, I'm one of them.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Yeah.
So to each his own. So it should really be about the music, because really people don't care. Like, you don't be like listening to old Adele song thinking how big she is. Right. Most of her songs is just like crazy. They like a lot of them be hypnotizing. You just get into them because she got a crazy. Her voice is so crazy. So it's like that should be all that matters.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? It's where her music pushed you.
Absolutely. Well, speaking about big women, how do you're into big women, Cray?
No,
never been your cup of tea. Huh?
I mean, it's cool, I ain't got nothing against them. I done dated a few. Yeah. No lie, I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? But it's
that's not necessarily what you. Because I gotta tell you, sometimes. See, I'm gonna tell you why I love pornography.
It's work hurt.
I could go on the internet, right? I like PornTube or Tube8, any of these websites. And I could click it one day I'm in the mood for BBW, big beautiful woman. Next day it's a tiny little Asian chick. You get your variety there of different types of things and all that good. But there's been a time where I remember. You remember when I had that little 2-seater Cadillac?
Yeah.
Convertible one. So I had these big 22-inch rims that didn't belong on there, but I put them on there anyway because I'm an idiot, right? So I put these on, and I meet this woman who had to be like 500 pounds, although most of it went to her ass. Right, so I thought it was fantastic. She was like an elephant, but it was fantastic. So I eventually talked to her, and I get her in my vehicle, and I gotta tell you, the whole thing was scraping. The Cadillac was scraping on her side all the way because the suspension was bad, and then she was big, and the rims were too big, and it was a small car. So I eventually get her in there as well, and to add insult to injury. I mean, look, I don't have the biggest penis in the world, right? It's not the smallest, but it's definitely not the biggest, right? And here she didn't shave at all, right? So here I couldn't find it, right? And then I didn't know what position to use to get in. I couldn't get in. I don't have enough inches to work with to get into a woman of that size. I mean, so it was just a complete bust. Nothing happened. I tried. I was physically impossible to have sex with a woman of that size for me. So I still like them big, but not that big, because even if I'm attracted to them, I don't got enough dick to get the job done. Let's be real. Okay. So,
yeah, that's a problem.
Yes. I mean, listen, but there's very few women of that size, so I haven't had too much problem in that area in my life. Thank God. So speaking back about Mo Thugs and Thug Line, and then you switch the name over to the Life Entertainment. Mm-hmm. Why the switch?
Man, just because I didn't want to be put into a box. You know what I'm saying? With calling it Thug Line.
You're talking about people are gonna think, listen, it's gonna be gangster rap and nothing else.
And I'm dealing with all kind of artists. So even like,
how's a pop singer look signed to Thug Line, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to give it a more global, epic appeal. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Everybody know where I originate from, what I come from. What I stand for, so that's not even a question. But I just want to do something like to give the artists that I'm working with a chance to come out and just showcase their talent on a different level.
Okay. All right. Well, speaking about talent and all that, why do you think that no one from whether it be Mo Thugs, The Life, Seven Sign, FBG, why has no one from any of the Bone camps really been able to do what Bone Thugs and Harmony did when Easy brought them out? How come no one's really just, like when, Dre brought out Snoop and Eminem, they got this wild success. Mm-hmm. Why hasn't that really happened for anyone that any of the Bone members have brought to the table?
Man, I don't know. Maybe we're the right person. I mean, we've had some people that had talent, but it's always behind everything. Every person is a different story. It's a different issue.
Right. So you can't really put your finger on it.
People could have. people had chances to blow up and go beyond, but you know, it's choices that they may have made themselves,
right,
to stop them from reaching that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
so if you would have discovered, let's say, Marshall Mathers instead of Dre, then you know, because he had to work what it takes, he had the get up and go in his spirit, not just the talent.
definitely.
You think he'd still be where he is now?
Oh yeah, definitely, because he got raw talent, and it would have like definitely been the man. And it's all about how you like. Just like I tell like everybody, you know, we gave all the Mo Thug artists like a chance of a lifetime.
Yeah.
People don't get that, bro.
Yes, no, you're right.
Especially in these days and times, because you don't get deals like that we used to get. So they was getting money just because they was down with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like.
Does that still happen these days with the artists?
Bro, it rarely does.
That you guys sign. I know you have.
No. Because it's
Position, Kane.
Yeah, you know, it's separate deals. It's separate deals.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, like, bro, it's everybody is down to work and do what they need to do to get to where they need to be.
And that's important. They have to have that in them, not just the talent.
You gotta have right.
They have to have that desire.
Yeah, the drive, and not just sit back and just like okay, we finna wait on this. We finna wait on this nigga.
Krayzie needs to make it happen for us. Right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And I'm sure you've been encountered with that.
Oh yeah. You gotta be out there in the field.
Yes, sir. Yeah, like you guys were. Speaking about the talent and the passion and all that, any other passions you have? I know you did some acting recently. I saw you in that playing a police officer.
What?
In that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, man, that was some silly shit. That was some silly shit.
But is there any other passions outside of the music industry? Do you paint? Man. Do you draw? You want to do acting? I mean, sculpting?
No, man, just nothing really. I just I write scripts and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm definitely into that.
Has any of your scripts ever been produced?
No, man. I really would. What all I do is write them, and I'm just now really like starting to like trying to do something with them.
Well, I gotta tell you something. This guy right here behind the camera, he actually works. Greg G Nice King G. He actually works in the film industry. Oh yeah. He just got done today working on the Supergirl TV series, and he works on Scandal in the film. And he actually has a movie that you filmed, directed, you acted in, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you ever
rocks paper scissors.
Rocks paper scissors.
Looking out.
Yeah. If you want to film one of your movies, man, then you're right. Hey, man, Greg's a good guy to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, all right, for sure. Hell yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, do you read music notes? Are you able to actually, if I give you a book of music, can you tell me what it says?
It'd be like me trying to read Spanish. I don't know what the fuck it's to say.
It's just a God-given talent.
Yeah, you know.
What you weren't classically trained. You didn't go to music school. There was no training you had. It was just in you.
No, but I can play the piano by ear, so you know. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have to hear that one day.
For sure.
You should do that at one of your shows.
Man.
Listen, and here's the thing. People trip out when I tell them this. I have a bunch of tattoos everywhere. But if I have to get a blood test, and you're going to think this is crazy. I had to get a surgery a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. And I had to get a blood test to be okay for surgery. And I hate needles so much, right? I'm not scared of almost anything. No, almost nothing scared me, but needles scare me to the point where I had to pay extra money, $800 to a dentist. So the dentist could put me out with gas just so he can stick me with a needle, take my blood to send it to the lab so that the other guy who's doing the surgery can have my blood test results. That's how much I hate needles. Yeah, tattoos don't bother me. It's just that stick going in your vein with a blood test and sucking out blood. And it's all mental. If I see a blood test on TV, I gotta close my eyes. It's not the pain, it's in my head.
Yeah.
Some people are scared of the dark, some people are scared of heights. You have any fears?
Man, man. Not all that I can really say of. I mean, you know, no, not really. I mean, you know, I do. I of course, I fear God.
Yes.
You know, but like as far as like anything else, I mean,
like, you know, there's normal healthy fears. Like, for instance, If you're in if you wake up and you have like a king cobra around your neck, you'll probably
hell yeah. Of course you're gonna be scared.
Right,
hell
there's normal
yeah.
stuff, and then there's
Normal
nothing really abnormal.
No, hell yeah. But see, that's the kind of shit you'll never see me around, no bears and
right,
dumb shit like that.
I'm sure you took your kids to the zoo, right?
Yeah, because I'm scared to be eaten by one of them motherfuckers. Like, so hell no.
But you took your kids to the zoo, right?
Oh yeah.
Because they're behind cages and all that. Speaking about your kids, what do you want for them? Do you want them to follow your footsteps in the music business?
Man, I want them to do whatever they want to do.
Just support whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever they want to do is like it's on them. I'm not gonna force them to do nothing. But if they want to do it,
Dad, I just robbed this bank. Here's some of the money. Please don't tell me. Please let me hide here.
No, hell no, they can't see. I mean, like, get your ass out of here.
But you're not gonna report them to the police, right?
No, but you got to get your ass out of here.
What if you hear one of them did something horrible, like Dad, I just killed this group of children and dumped their bodies? Are you gonna tell the police? You're gonna call the police? Yeah. So you'll turn in your children.
They're gonna have to make amends for that. They're gonna have to take responsibility for it.
I would turn in my kids too if they. I don't have, but if they did, you're going to jail.
Yeah, you're for real.
Oh man. Now, how about this though? I mean, a lot of people I think who don't take the time to really listen to your music might think that your music is very, judging from some old stuff, it's very violent in nature and this and that. Does that affect the parents of your kids' friends? When they're going to school, they say, "Mom, can we go over to so and so's house?" They say, "No, his dad is from that group, from that rap group." Any of that?
No, never. I never experienced none of that. Like my kids, their friends' parents, the ones that I've known and associated with it, has always been cool. So.
They've been okay, and I'm sure a lot of them are fans.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's good. And let me ask you. A lot has been going around recently with race on the news as well. And I have a very, very interesting theory myself on that, which is I feel that you should be very racist, but racist towards every race, including your own race. Therefore, if you like someone, you only like them for who they are on the inside and not what they look like on the outside. And that way you can bust balls, you can make racial jokes, but everyone knows that it's about the inside. It's my crazy take on it and all that. I know that puts me in left field, but with everything that's going on now, I mean, are things getting better with race relations? Are things getting worse? I mean,
man, it's going to continue to stay how it is. Right. Bottom line, it's been like this. Man, racism been going on since the beginning of mankind.
Has it been?
When it wasn't, when Egypt, you know what I'm saying, when they was made the Jews slaves or whatever, like it's always been racism. It's always been around since the beginning of the time, and it's like it's just seemed like it's just getting bad because we living in our times. But if you think about it, them people back then probably thought the same thing.
Is it getting better? Don't you think?
Man, I mean, it's getting a little better, but it's not disappearing. It'll never disappear.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Greg. Go ahead. What's going on?
My girl just texted me. She needs me to pick her up in 30 minutes.
Oh, we'll be done by then. Can you believe that, everyone? Greg's girl just texted him. You have to and when you pick her up, where are you guys going?
It's her car, bro.
Yeah, where are you guys going, though? Do you know where you guys are going?
We got some errands.
They have some errands. So they'll probably go to the supermarket, pick up a couple things. So, now you talked about IKEA. You never know. Craig, you talked a little bit about your parents with the drug use, and a lot of times people will say with alcohol or drugs that addiction is hereditary. What's your relationship currently with narcotics, alcohol? Have you slowed down? Have you increased? Are you still the same? Do you want to get away from it?
Man, definitely slowed down a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't smoke as much as I used to at all.
Any other drugs?
No, man. I just kick it and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Drink a little wine, a little liquor, champagne. I'm good.
Have you ever said to yourself, certain times in your life, I could be further in my career. I could be doing this. I could be doing that. If I would slow down with the drugs and the alcohol, or weed and alcohol, I should say.
No,
it's never affected you, and that's good because with too many artists, it has affected.
Yeah.
It affects. It's prevalent in the art world.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I want to leave you with one little thing real quick. Actually, before I even ask you that, I actually want to ask you, if you weren't rapping right now, what do you think you'd be doing? If you never went into music, what other business would you think you'd be into?
Man, I don't know. Ain't no telling what you get into in the hood. You know, like when I see a lot of people in the hood, they're still stuck in the same situations.
She might be dealing, might be working a 9 to 5. You never know.
Yeah, definitely.
See, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a comic book artist. That was my thing. It never happened for me. Heinz. Hey, so I wanted to present Krayzie with these pictures. Don't get them up yet, but we're going to get them up in a second. Here's the thing. I told you, Craig, that I wanted to give you... What's going on, Greg?
Yo, Heinz. Want to help out a bit?
Heinz has to show these pictures.
Because it's your
Oh, yeah, I thought you have to do 30 minutes until you have to go.
To get there.
Oh, 30 minutes to get there. All right, everyone. We're going to say goodbye to Greg filming, but we're still recording this. All right, it's all good. Just position it. Actually, Kray's important here. Position it where you can see him. All right? Okay. Here's the thing. I told you that I wanted to do this radio interview with you because I feel that you never really got the type of interview that I want to hear as a fan of your music. Mm-hmm. And I hear these kind of interviews coming a lot from Howard Stern. I'm a huge fan of Howard. I listen to him every day. He does this thing on his show that I thought would be, that I love when people answer it, and I wanted to know your answer on this. It's a game that they play, okay? Mm-hmm. It's called Fuck, Marry, Kill. I'm going to present you with 3 individuals, and you have to. Now, in this, you're single, let's say. You're not attached now to your wife. You have to fuck one, you have to marry one, and you have to kill one.
No, man.
Okay, this is the game here. Now, you wouldn't really do it, right? You wouldn't really do it. We know that. But if you had to. Now, first, I want to tell you that there's this woman. She was charged with, I guess it's a crime to have a minor in a tanning bed. She put her child in the tanning bed, and the child, I don't know if it had some burns or whatever. She was charged. She's known as Tan Mom. Okay, that she was in the news, known as Tan Mom. Also, there's another one, Nicole Bass. Nicole Bass is one of the world's. Come on, Greg. Okay, get the top. There you go. There you go. This is live radio, folks, and this is the good stuff when you can actually hear what's happening. Nicole Bass, she is a female bodybuilder, and she's a wrestler, bodybuilder, and then of course there is the Caitlyn Jenner, who we know. Can you get up pictures? That's Tan Mom, Craig. There she is, a white woman, but you see how dark she is because of her tan.
Hell no.
With her daughter that she put in the tan in. That's Nicole Bass. And then Heinz, you want to get the third? Oh, we gotta get this with the camera here. And there's your Caitlyn Jenner. All right?
Oh no.
So if you had to fuck one, you had to marry one, you had to kill one.
Bro, you know what?
Yeah.
I would kill myself. I wouldn't fuck with none of them. And that's all I'm saying.
There you go. Great, man. I'd love to thank you for doing this interview. Man, you gotta let everyone know that Chasing the Devil on the 20th. They really got to pick that up, man, because you've put years into that, and I've been blessed to hear some of it. It is an amazing record.
Man, thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Yes, indeed.
And if you guys hear that, it's Greg taking a leak in the bathroom right now. This is real radio, y'all. All right, Craig, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man. Let's do it again soon.
Yes, indeed.